Hello and welcome to my next review. It's your casual clone, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Star Wars Black Series Kamino Clonetrooper. Now, as far as I remember, this is a fairly old figure if you watch this review now, but I did just manage to get my hands on one for a fairly good price. I have to say, this is, I think, the first figure that introduced the new Clonetrooper body mold. Again, this figure has been out for a good amount of time, I think a couple of years already. They're still selling. My local comic store had a bunch of them. I actually bought all of them that they had left, so I bought 4 of them. But this is him right here. Standard new Star Wars Black Series box with the slanted side, so you can see right here Star Wars The Clone Wars from the show, as you guys can see, and then down here it says Clonetrooper Kamino. He comes with his accessories, you can see him in here. He looks pretty good, because I know that there was helmet warpage complaints at the very beginning, but mine came out pretty okay. Side window, there's not much going on. Star Wars Black Series at the bottom. Then over here you have the artwork that's on the other side as well. I'm going to put it right here. This is the artwork on the side. And you have the artwork on the back again, just a little bit bigger, and you have a read-up. If you want to go ahead and read it, then go ahead and pause the video now. Not much going on at the top, not much at the bottom. There's really not much going on. He's number 1 in the line, which also makes sense because, you know, he was the first one to have the new body mold introduced. So yeah, we'll just get right into the review. Now, here he is out of the box, the Kamino Clonetrooper. So he isn't much different from any of the other clones that I've reviewed. Pretty much looks exactly like the Shark Trooper, just in gray. It's exactly the same. The only difference, aside from the color, is the fact that he doesn't come with a pauldron, and he also has a logo on his shoulder pad. That's it. That's the only distinction, aside from the color, that is. So, real quick over the articulation. He has a ball joint at the top of his neck and the bottom. Since it is a separated neck, he does have a Tamara Morrison head sculpt underneath the helmet. So it allows for some tilt on the side to side. Goes back that far where it's being hindered by the armor, so you can't really go further back. Front that far. The arms rotate full 360. He does have a butterfly joint inside of his torso, which is very stiff and basically does not work. Soft shoulder pads, which allow for his movement of his arms past 90, which is nice. Single jointed elbow, which also goes past 90. Quite nice for a single jointed elbow, I'd say. Side to side hinge on his trigger finger, or trigger hand, there you go. And he has a up and down hinge on his left hand, right here. Ball joint inside of the torso here. That far forward, that far back, which is not bad actually. He has a upper thigh rotation hidden by the upper thigh armor, which is nice. So if you rotate it a little bit to the side and kick up, he can go pretty much past 90 if you push it a little bit. Single jointed knee, rotation at the knee, goes down also past 90, and his boots go that far down, that far up, and he does have a forward facing pin for rocker, which allows for a nice ankle pivot. And that's already the clone. There's not much else to it. He looks great. When these clones first came out, there was a lot of issues with the helmet being deformed, and I have been lucky because I actually picked up 4 of him, and I didn't have issues with deformed helmets at all. Quite lucky. I enjoy the new clone mold a lot. Like to army build them, so they look great side by side, I also have to say. What I did notice is that his helmet is made of a softer type of plastic than his helmet, which is a lot more sturdy. It's also a lot shinier. It's hard to tell in camera, but this is more of a matte finish, whereas to this is more of a glossy finish. That's him. Really quick, not much else to it, because I mean they're all clones, they're all using the same body, so the only thing that's really different is the paint application. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I will see you guys in the next one, and until then, auf Wiedersehen.